Hi folks, I'm smoking my Dr. Plum, and in it I've got a mixture of Irish brown twist and Fire Dance Flake, which is very nice. First of all, weight loss. Things continue to be good. I've lost something like 2 stone in 8 weeks, which is 1/10 of my original weight, which is very, very good. In 7 weeks, sorry. If I continue like this, then I should have got down to my target weight within a year, well within a year. So I'm very pleased about the way the weight's going. People who have seen me walking around and who know me well have noticed that my weight's coming off and I'm beginning to look bodily different, although I've got a long way to go. I have no further news about Mick. He and Pam are keeping fairly quiet and being together. He's still recovering from his motorbike accident and his broken bones. Is in considerable pain, apparently, which is not good for him. He's struggling with the pain of the cancer, but he's also struggling with the pain of the broken bones, and the broken bones are stopping him from getting out and doing things that he wants to do. So Pam's spending as much time as she can with him, looking after him, but also trying to give herself some time as well. So I'd value your thoughts for him and your continuing thoughts for Pam. I have myself had a shock. I got a telephone call from the doctor on Monday asking me to go in because some blood tests I'd had for my diabetes annual review had come back with a problem. The problem is that my platelets are low. I'm not anemic, it's not that kind of a problem. I went into the doctor on Monday to see him, and he gave me a thorough examination, and we found a lump, possibly on my spleen or my liver. There's no idea what the lump is or whether it's dangerous or whatever, but my spleen is enlarged, so I think eventually that will have to come out, because what happens is the spleen destroys the bad blood, it destroys the old blood cells basically when they've served their time. The spleen destroys them and new cells are made in the bone marrow of the long bones. But it also, if it's enlarged or if there's a problem with the spleen, begins to destroy good blood cells as well. So he arranged for me to have a scan and said I would hear within 2 weeks. I heard yesterday and went for a scan today, a scan that was an ultrasound scan, which they put jelly on you and with the ultrasound examine as much as they can to see whether they can find out what this lump, if there is a lump there, and what the lump is like. I asked her whether she'd actually found anything, and of course she won't tell me. She said, I have to send a report to your doctor, and it's up to your doctor to tell you the results of the scan. If the results find something, which I think they probably will. Cancer of the pancreas is of the spleen is very rare. Cancer of the pancreas usually is leukemia and that type of blood disease. But this is actually a lump. Now, it could just be, if it's found to be on my spleen, it could just be an abscess, which are apparently very common on the spleen, which I think will entail the removal of the spleen. If it's cancerous, then the important thing is it a primary or a secondary? If it's a secondary, I really am in trouble. If it's a primary, then presumably that can be dealt with. Having said all that, the scan might come back clear, and there might be nothing that we have to worry about. But I thought I would tell you of where we are at the moment. I'm not worried about results, whether they be positive or negative. We face what we have to face. And I've said before that death doesn't scare me. And cancer certainly doesn't scare me. The process does, but I will face that if I have to. So that's that bit of news. I haven't been looking at many videos because there's so much going on at the moment for us. I've got a lot to do in the house and garden at the moment. And I've also got a lot to sort out for myself. I have some shout-outs, quite a lot of shout-outs. I've been meaning to do them for ages, but just haven't got round to it. So I'm going to do that now, and I'll put them into the bucket at the bottom. The first shout-out is to Jiří Trantiírek. The second one is to Caio Marcelo. Third, Just Me DC. Fourth, Bona Piper. Fifth, The Ogre. Sixth, Dance Dad Piper. Seventh, Rose Blanton. Eighth, Big Kaspar. Ninth, Mel Harris. 10th, FiredBriar. 11th, Chad 28731. And there's one more which I'll have to give later because unfortunately I haven't sort of put it on my list because it's still in my mail. These are all a combination of fairly new people. Some of them post, some of them don't. But I think they all deserve a look and some encouragement. And I ask that you just take a look, and if you feel like it, then give them a sub. I believe in subbing those who aren't posting, in the hope that a growing number of followers will encourage them to make a post. So, as I say, I'll put those in the bottom. Things are very good at the moment. I'm feeling excellent. Very happy at my weight loss. Very pleased with that. I'm not feeling too pleased with not answering your videos or leaving a comment, but I hope you understand that with the news that I gave earlier about myself, I've got a lot on my mind, and I have some things to do, like we got a new wooden furniture set outside, and that needs coating with protection, and there are some things that I need to do at home to help Carolyn. We're both very much an open mind about what might be or what might not be there. I might be raising your fears over nothing, but I felt the lump and the doctors felt the lump, and when he did further examination he felt that it was on my spleen, because what he did, this is going to sound silly, but he tickled my tummy above the lump and put his stethoscope at various sides to see whether it was the spleen or the liver. And he said when he touched the lump and tickled me, just gently stroked, that he could hear it in the spleen. So it does seem to be connected in some way with the spleen. It's probably early for me to sort of said this. I should have waited until things had sorted out and that I knew for definite what things were. But I wanted you to be aware and to be thinking of me and sending positive thoughts and strengthening thoughts to me. Although, as I say, I'm feeling okay, I'm not worried, I'm not frightened. Because over the last year, I've been thinking about what it means not to believe in God. What it means to die, and have come to terms with all that. In fact, I would be more frightened if there was a God, because the teachings of my religion are teachings of fear and of domination. You know, you have to do certain things and believe certain things or you are condemned. But anyway, enough religion and anti-religion. I just commend myself into whatever happens and into your thoughts and your hopes and fears for me. I'm going to leave it there, and as usual, ask that each and every one of you, believer and non-believer, are richly blessed. The world we live in is a precious place, a wonderful place. Our bodies are wonderful bodies, and we are to enjoy each day as much as we can. So may each day to you be a rich and wonderful blessing. May you grow in wisdom and in strength and in love. May the love of your families grow ever deeper. May the love for your friends grow ever deeper. And may the love for yourself give you the freedom and the joys of life that you deserve. Now I intend to finish my pipe, go to bed, and continue reading the Dune series. I've got another 3 books to go. Until my next post, which I hope won't be very long in time. And in doing it, my posts are always far too long.